and I'm already predicting it, 10 years from now, he'll be getting nominated for something, he'll win, and they'll give him a standing ovation. It always goes back to standing ovation, and that's what it'll be. He'll be humble about it, and he'll take that trophy. He's like, yes, I've learned. Thank you for forgiving me. That's
he'll probably even making videos. Now that Jada's got in the middle of it, and everybody's looking at her, he'll probably be making videos where Jada even in the room. Jada, no. His nails be painted red. No, Jada, please. Jada, I won't do it no more. I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all, we got in a little entanglement. Get it? It was my wife cheated on me. It's funny now. Yeah, that's what it'll be.
Vote for us for best podcast at the Austin Chronicle Best of Austin Awards. How do you do that? Well, you go to vote.austinchronicle.com. You sign in. You go to the category of politics and media. You scroll down to podcast. And there we are at the top. Woohoo. You vote for us right there. Very easy to do so. So please vote for us. It means a lot and it helps us out a lot. Get yourself a plushie. We need to sell just 35 more of these, y'all. Just 35 more, and we're good to go. Everybody gets a plushie. So go to makeship.com and order your pre-order your plushie over there and make this campaign a success. Let's go ahead, people. We're going to talk about a little something that you already heard about, something that's been talked to death. But we're going to take a different angle on this and talk about something that is happening outside of, well, you know what. That right there, people, the slap. Now, people, here's the thing. We've talked about that slap to the point where Will Smith is the new Thanos. We're living in a post-slap world.
That's right.
And whether you like it or not, lives have changed.
Yeah, careers have changed.
The world is different.
The world is very different. You know, that slap happened. That slap happened so hard. People are just now materializing back.
What happened?
I was watching the Oscars and next thing I know, I'm here.
You didn't hear Will Smith slap somebody? What?
Is that what that was?
Oh my God, I felt it. The repercussions.
Yeah, man. Shit, throughout the galaxy, it had a ripple effect. That slap right there.
Yeah.
People, we are living in a post-slap world. Now, the reason why we're talking about this is because I've been asked this all weekend, and I was sick and was going to do a video about it on Friday, so I could hit it right at the moment that it was being talked about, and also because I just want to jump on it right there and have some really, really raw opinions about it. But sure. I'm glad I waited. Because I had time to sit back and talk about the 10-year ban on Will Smith. Mm-hmm. Will Smith, and it came out Friday that he was banned from attending the Oscars or any Oscar activity for 10 years. This man is going to be 63 years old by the time he can go and party again at the Oscars. Now, I'm looking, Jesus Christ.
What do you mean?
Looking at Lupita.
I'm looking at this and 10 years, boy, I want y'all to think about a decade, y'all. I'm looking at that number. I'm thinking, God damn, maybe Chris Rock should have pressed charges. You know, 10 years in the county might have been better. At least that's over and done with. Not 10 years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I'm actually trying to send him to jail.
Oh my God, my Lord. In county, what are you talking about?
Man, you are rough.
He's not gonna stand a chance in lockup. What are you talking about?
He'll pretty ass. No,
he's too pretty.
10 days. 10 days in the county might have been easier than doing 10 years of being banned from the Oscars, man.
I don't know, man. You don't have to sit through 10 years of shitty award shows. That's not too bad of a punishment.
Well, I actually thought that for a moment, and I'll comment on that
because there's some caveats to this ban.
I said when it happened, well, shit, man. You're doing Will Smith a favor.
Yeah.
You know, shit. Do you know how many of us, all of us, wish we could be banned from the Oscars for 10 years?
That'd be nice.
Especially after winning an Oscar.
Yeah. He ain't got nothing to worry about. No, man, shit. I was just thinking 10 years, that's a decade, y'all. And Chris Rock didn't press charges on that. And I was just thinking, shit, man, if Chris Rock had pressed charges and Will Smith had done like 10 days in the county, at least you're over and done with that shit. You ain't got to deal with it no more. You can go to the Oscars after that. You can party all you want to and whatnot. Do some PSAs telling people how wrong it is to slap the shit out of mother. That's it, man.
Sure. Punishment fits the crime. Sure.
Yeah, punishment fits the crime right there. So, and hey, get that done. Maybe go out and pick up some trash or something, for community service.
Yeah.
And move on with your life. Mm-hmm. Hey, and the world has forgotten about it. Yeah. But for 10 years, people, that means that anytime Will Smith does a movie, there's going to be repercussions about that. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
We're here to talk about how is this excessive? We're here to talk about, is the Academy being too harsh on Will Smith with this? Is this racism, as people are saying? They didn't do Roman Polanski like that. They wouldn't do Harvey Weinstein like that.
Well, they gave him a standing ovation.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of opinions on Will Smith and how it's flipped now, where a lot of people who were talking about how bad it was what Will Smith has done, now they're like, this just makes me want to root for Will Smith even more now. Some people even saying, I didn't even know Oscars were on that night until Will Smith slapped the shit out of somebody.
And we started paying attention because of that.
Yeah.
We certainly perked up when he did that.
It was so big it overshadowed every single award.
Yeah, it took away from people's wins for that.
Exactly. Exactly, man. So to get into it and talk about this ban that's happened here. Now, you're talking about they did him a favor. And believe me, I told these guys last week, I said, you know what, that sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah. I don't have to go to these bullshit awards, because the thing is that he can still get nominations. He can still get an Oscar if he wins it. So, it sounds like that's the best of both worlds. I can win my shit and I still don't have to go. And for years, people win awards who did not go to the Oscars. Yep. Woody Allen, he made a point of saying Oscars every year. Now everybody's saying fuck Woody Allen. But before any of that happened, Woody Allen would, if I'm correct, Woody Allen would play with his band at night.
That's his
thing. That the Oscars were going on.
I'm playing with my band that night. I'm sorry, I can't go there. That's what he would say.
Neat.
I'm going to be making music that night. Sorry.
Oh, jeez, it's going to be great.
But this right here with Will having not to go to the Oscars, he still has the perks of the Oscars, which is winning the Oscar.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a win-win. You ain't got to get dressed up. You ain't got to go nowhere. You got money, so you ain't got to worry about this boosting your business. You're still a superstar. And if you win, you still get the accolades. Mm-hmm. But here's the problem with that.
Okay.
Because there's a problem with it.
Yeah.
That will still have an effect on his career. I'm going to tell you how, because a big part of big actors now, if you do, and this is not a disrespect to anybody out there. Listen, if you do editing, if you do sound, Oscars don't, this is not me. This is me speaking for the Oscars. The Oscars don't get you there.
They don't care about you.
No. If you won for some technical achievement, or if you did like a small film or something like that, they don't give a. All right, I'm telling you right now, they have to do it because that's just part of the courtesy, and it looks bad if they don't. But as you can see right now, this year, even they started putting some of those people aside and saying, "You getting your shit before the show starts."
Yeah, I know.
They're tweeting it out, right? And that's the thing that's weird is they said they were going to try and get rid of some awards and just tweet them out, but now the show got even longer.
And somehow it got longer. Well, you can blame him for part of it.
His 20-minute speech.
But as far as bigger stars go, the whole appeal of getting that award, a part of it, is the acceptance speech. If the person is there, they give this big speech. It's great marketing for them. It's even better marketing for the Academy Award.
Sure.
Because that's part of their footage. Mm-hmm. It's part of the marketing now. Mm-hmm. It's the pageantry is part of the business.
Yeah, they love that shit.
Yeah, will the Academy want to give an award if the person isn't present? Especially if they have to do that for somebody that's disgraced right now. Mm-hmm. Will they want to give? Will they? And believe me, they've done it in the past. Do not get me wrong. They have actually. Let me see if I have it here. And this is where I'm talking about where the Oscars are bullshit. Now, they have given awards to people who have not been present, and they've been proud to do it, man. Roman Polanski, who cannot be in the country, he's a fugitive to this day for raping an underage girl, 13-year-old girl. Everybody knew what he did, and no one gave a. But he couldn't be at the awards, and yet they still awarded him and were proud to do it.
Goes to Roman Polanski for the pianist.
All these motherfuckers applauding the rapist. If anybody else, if average Joe fucking schmo had done this, they'd be talking about what a disgusting person he is, but they're giving him a standing ovation. Now, I tell you, the thing is, Roman Polanski, he didn't piss off the Academy, though. That's the thing. And he just raped a little girl. That's all. So he didn't piss off anybody personally at the Academy. So fine, they can give him all the awards they want to, whether he's there or not. It's still bullshit. But the Academy might be less inclined to give Will Smith an Academy Award. They might even nominate him, but they're not gonna. They might be less inclined to actually reward this guy or give anybody an award who cannot contribute to the pageantry of the evening. And especially somebody in the Academy, they like to pat themselves on the back, as most of these Hollywood functions do. They like to take pride in themselves. It's a big orgy night for them of egos. So you got somebody who made them look bad.
Yes.
And him being nominated, just simply being nominated is being a constant reminder of that incident.
Yeah, it'll always be brought up. It'll always be hanging over their heads. And the reason why they banned him, and they didn't ban someone like Roman Polanski or Harvey Weinstein or something like that. Yeah. You can make so many comparisons. It didn't happen on their watch. What they did didn't happen like on stage. Yeah, that's what this is all about. Yeah. And they're very they're very upset about that. At least they say they are.
At least they say they are.
It comes across to me as like almost panicking. Like, of course this is wrong. 10-year ban.
And they know that they so thoroughly screwed up that night too, because they lied about saying that we confronted him and they asked him to leave. He just didn't leave. They didn't even ask him.
No, they didn't ask him.
They lied. And it's because they're spineless.
The Vanity Fair tent gladly welcomed him in and celebrated his win. He rubbed it into people's faces.
And then not to interrupt you, but then you also had actors literally stand up and give him a standing ovation. Everyone from Denzel, Lupita Nyong'o, who then criticized him. It's like, you were applauding him. You have no fucking platform to stand on. It's spineless.
Well, I tell you,
it's a game.
With the Academy Awards, I get it, man, because what happens with them with these. You're in a room where you don't know what to do because everybody's applauding. So.
I need a script.
Yeah. Well, no. It's
what am I supposed to say?
You're embarrassed. You get embarrassed because you don't know what to do. A lot of times, it's people, they don't know what to think. I mean, when these people get there, they're egotistical, mindless sheep in a way. Because what happens is, if people standing and they're not, they're like, oh. Is the camera gonna be on me?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be on the news the next day saying, look at that sourpuss, or look at this person trying to be controversial? There's all kind of shit that they will say if you don't look like you're going along with the program. So I'm not defending these people at all. Believe me, I'm the last person to want to defend these people, but I understand the mentality. I've been in rooms before where I'm like, I don't want to stand, but should I? I've been there. It's not an excuse, but I've been there. But at the same time, I'm blaming, I'm calling out the Academy right here and talking about how, how they don't want to. They say they're going to give him the opportunity to still win an Oscar or be nominated. But the thing is, they're not going to give it to him, I don't believe. They'll barely nominate him for anything, I believe, right now, maybe years down the line. But that right there that affects his career.
Sure. No, it's definitely affecting his career right now. All these projects are either being canceled or put on hold, and
pause,
but again, that's his own fault.
Well, that's what I was going to say. On the other hand,
everyone's talking about him.
Well, no. On the other hand, and I mean no pun intended by this, but on the other hand, he did assault somebody in front of millions of people. And people want to make a race issue out of this. People want to sit up here and say the Academy is, there they go with their racist practices again. And believe me, I'll tell you, I would be the first one to call out the Academy for racist shit, and it's there. But I'm not going to say racism is actually part of this, because what we see here, you had a man right here, and his privilege allowed him to get away with an act of assault in front of millions of people. His privilege allowed him to not only not be arrested, but his privilege allowed him to go to a party, perform, gloat about it, and rub it in people's faces that he slapped somebody on stage in front of people like he wasn't going to suffer any big repercussions the next day, and almost brag about it. So yeah, man, I don't know. No, the guy has too much privilege for me to sit up here and say racism is involved. Now, I will tell you, and this is a different case, because if Roman Polanski and Harvey Weinstein, if they were still allowed to come here, then that would be something where that shows some racial bias. But there's a point to that I want to make with that in a little bit. And that's why I say, let's take a look right now at the real reason why the Academy did what they did and all the bullshit surrounding it. But before I do that, I'm gonna leave you hanging, because I gotta make some money here too.
I know you do.
I gotta make some. I gotta do an ad. You know me. I gotta hold myself out right now.
Well, I would go ahead.
No. I have to do an ad real quick. You know that, people. We gotta make some money around here, pay some of these bills around here. But speaking of making money, a lot of people out there. You making some money right now. You work for yourself. You making some money right now.
Trying to.
Some of y'all out there, you got a little. You got a little change floating in your pocket. You're a little flush right now. And you're thinking, all right, I heard that when I'm at this level of financial stability, I need to do a little bit of adulting right now, and I need to invest. Oh, I heard about that crypto. Crypto, I heard that Dogecoin, all these NFTs and everything out there. People, there's a lot of stuff out there that you think that you might know about because you've been reading about it, and it looks like it's a good way to make some quick money, and a lot of it. But you about to lose your money. Now hold off for a second, because if you've done your research on that and you think you know what you're doing, fine. But I'm gonna tell you, this crypto stuff is still not very solid right now. If you want to make an investment in something, start researching in things that have been tried and true and proven over the years. There's a lot of things out there, but one of the ways that you still can make wise investments and make some money, now, I'm not saying this is guaranteed anything, but a good way to invest your money, people say, is through art.
Okay.
And NFTs.
No. And that's why I want to tell people about Masterworks.
Shit.
Yeah, Masterworks is a way to go in and invest in art and artists. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about some online dude, doing sketches and putting it out there and trying to sell them. I'm not talking about the latest hipster that has fooled the art community and thinking that, I'm doing some great art right now. I'm talking about proven artists out there, legendary artists. I'm talking about contemporary artists like Banksy, or I'm talking about artists like Picasso. There are works of art out there that are worth millions of dollars, and you can invest in that through this platform right here.
That's neat.
There's a secondary market on their website. You can sell your shares to another member, kind of like you would do on a stock trading app like Robinhood. You can sell your shares to other people and whatnot. Basically, people, if you're not a finance person, let me just break it down for you. Masterworks allows you to go ahead and invest in something that has been recommended for years, and that is art. That can be very intimidating, and a lot of times people think only way you're going to be able to invest in some art is if you dress up like a cat burglar and break into a museum and do some Ocean 11 shit. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that right here. And if you want to explore this for yourself, make it easy for you right here. It is very interesting. If nothing else, people, go and at least check it out. I mean, it's a very interesting thing. You don't have to really invest or anything when you get on there. It's just something that you can go in and check out, and it is actually pretty cool. You can do so by going to masterworks.art/double toasted. But if you do use our code double toasted right there, you get priority access without going in and investing in something that's crazy and all these new things that are out there that are confusing. You know, art has always been something that people say to invest in. If you can't own it outright, you can at least get a piece of it, and by investing in part of it. Once again, that is masterworks.art/double toasted, and get priority access if you use that link right there. I want to thank Masterworks for supporting this part of the show, and all of you for your support. So where was I? Yes, all the bullshit. The real reason why the Academy has decided to ban Will Smith for 10 years. You know, they said because, it was such an atrocious thing that he did, and he needs to be made an example out of right here. I don't think racism was involved, like I said. Maybe, who knows? It could be, maybe a little bit, but I don't think racism was a main thing here. And I definitely think the Academy is full of shit, though. I will tell you that much. They're being too harsh, but they're being too harsh to show off the world, or show off to the world that, you know, after all these years of letting people who have done horrible things, all these people who have done all this horrible behavior, you know, after all these years of letting those people slide, now we're doing something.
Yeah.
Now, look at us. Now we're taking things seriously. Now we're taking assault seriously. You know, for years, they didn't take sexual assault seriously at all. Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey, they were running rampant. Shit, every time Kevin Spacey walk in the room, people will cup their dicks, man. You know, they would cup their dicks. You know, some people had like guards down there, you know?
Did you get grabbed by Kevin Spacey tonight? No, man.
No, not yet.
Maybe next year. Maybe the next Oscar ceremony.
Well, it's coming.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll grab you at one point.
Yeah.
His arms are full. His hands are full.
Yeah, these fools right here, they're talking about assault and how we must be so harsh against it. They never did anything about the assault that these two did, and they knew about it. They never cared about the assault that somebody like Roman Polanski did. And who knows who else was out there doing all this bullshit. But now, Will Smith, they're the ones he's the one that they got to make an example out of. This whole thing, and people are saying, well, that sounds like racism, Corey. No, what I'm saying is that now they're ready to do this because this whole thing got started by the Me Too movement.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
It's the Me Too movement that really started, and being in the age of the internet, you know, the Me Too movement really started making the Academy hold themselves accountable for the bullshit that they never did for years. Mm-hmm. You know, and I understand, like, look, over time there were different people who were, you know, who were on the Academy's board at different times. So I can't, you know, just say that.
Can't blanket blame everybody.
Blame everybody.
Yeah, sure,
no, not at all. But you know, like I said, man, after years of kissing Roman Polanski's ass, and seeing all these stars who will be in his movie for, you know, it really, and people still don't want to call them out because they're celebrities, and that doesn't feel right. These people, man, you know, if they didn't have something like the Me Too movement, if they didn't have Oscars so white, if they didn't have people talking about homophobia and all the sexual assault against gay people in Hollywood, I promise you, Will Smith, if he had done what he'd done, even getting on stage and doing it in front of millions of people, if none of this stuff had happened before at the Me Too movement and everything else, he probably would have been banned for a year.
I don't know about that. You know, I think that the difference is I'm not saying that what Will Smith did was worse than what Harvey Weinstein did. Because it was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. The thing is that what happened with Will Smith happened on the Academy stage. That's what it is. It happened in plain view of everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone.
What Roman Polanski did, what Harvey Weinstein, what Kevin Spacey did throughout their entire careers is egregious, so much worse than what Will Smith did that night. The thing is, though, what Will Smith did was in public view.
Yeah.
And that's why the Academy feels more responsible of having to like take a stand against this kind of thing.
So I guess
that's why they give him.
Okay. So I guess you got to rape somebody on stage in order for
Yeah,
you to
that's kind of what but my point is that's why they feel like they need to do something like this. Because at the end of the day, the Academy is spineless. They've always been.
Hollywood is full of shit.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's full of fake people with fake opinions, and they're just trying to save themselves and a way to catapult themselves to stardom and get more money. And that's what it always will be. But and that's why they were totally okay with these open secrets in regards to Kevin Spacey and Weinstein and anyone else like Polanski. It's like, yeah, we know about it. We can laugh about it a little bit. I mean, they were cracking jokes about it for years.
Yeah.
Well, that's just Harvey being Harvey. It's almost like, oh, come on. I mean, that's just what it is. That's what the industry is. But once you do something like this on their stage, part of their show, then they feel the need to take action. I'm not saying that that was the necessary thing for them to do. I'm just saying is like, of course they're full of shit because they feel like they have to do this now because they're getting all this bad press.
Well, can I tell you the only reason why I disagree is because if this had been done on stage, that's fine. But if they didn't have the pressure to do things now, to take action against things now, the only thing is that these are people who still get off on having big stars around.
Oh, sure. That's part of the thing.
Who still need the names. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm being a little light with a year, but it wouldn't have been 10 years. If this had happened before the Me Too movement and if Harvey Weinstein was still out there, if he was on the prowl still raping, if Kevin Spacey was still out there grabbing dick, if Woody Allen was still, cool, Woody Allen, oh, he married
being weird.
He's just weird. Oh man, that's their business. Let them do what they want to do. And I'm not going in. I'm not making a statement about any of this stuff.
That's a lot of can of worms. I get you.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if it had been business as usual, they would have tried to keep Will Smith coming there at some point because they would have said Will Smith is still a super. Now, if he's still a superstar A-list actor, if he still had that kind of status, if he was still bringing in box office, if it was still good for business, they wouldn't have banned him for 10 years. But now that he did it in front of millions of people, as you said,
that's what I'm saying.
Now they have to do something, and it's only having to be harsher because they let all this rape and mayhem slide for years, and now they don't want to see them that going light.
Yeah.
And that's the real reason why, man.
To me, the years, it seems like an arbitrary amount. Just 10 years, I guess. Like whatever. And one thing I wanted to ask you guys was, what do you think would happen if this slap would have happened backstage?
Nothing.
Nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen. I got a note written right here. Let me see where I have it written right here. If that slap, if it happened backstage, no ban. No ban at all. They wouldn't have done shit if it happened back. And I'm talking about if it happened backstage. If it happened backstage and you would have heard, ow! Nothing still would have happened.
Like, I guess Chris Rock stubbed his toe.
Yeah.
No, it's like the fact it was in public view and that embarrassed so many people.
Yeah, because
even
if you would have had like Will Smith make a big hoopla about walking up and then going backstage, people would have been like, oh, that must have been some planned wacky thing.
Yeah, it could have been. No, they would have gotten away with it. Sure.
No, people, they are doing this shit. You got. If anybody's happy that the Academy Award took action on this shit right here, if they're happy that they did something about this, and if you're happy about that 10-year ban, you got the Me Too movement to thank for that because they're the ones that actually started calling Hollywood out, and Hollywood meaning everybody who's in that fucking room for the Academy Awards at night, calling them out on their bullshit. That's the thing about it, man. And really, they're still getting away with shit today, you know? That's why I say all this cancel culture shit is not as real as you think it is.
No, I'll tell you this, my opinion on just like what they gave to Will Smith, the 10-year ban. I feel like, if they would have just banned him for life.
Yeah, why not?
I would have ban him for life and take away his Academy Award.
Yes.
I think that would have been like, all right, that's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't. That wouldn't have bothered me. I don't. Definitely. At the end of the day, I wouldn't care. But the thing is like it almost feels like a. Not to make a pun, a slap on the wrist for him, where it's like it doesn't feel like real repercussions. It's like he's gonna still get nominated. His stuff is still gonna be out there. Like because you know how the Academy thinks. So like, what if we're not gonna nominate him for the next couple of years? Nominating that fifth year that he's banned and he wins. Oh, he's back in the news and everything. That's the kind of shit that they're thinking of. Like I don't feel like they're taking this seriously.
Will Smith, to be honest with you, I think he'll be all right. With me thinking he'll be all right.
He's taking a hit right now.
He'll take a hit right now, but also Hollywood loves a comeback. So when I'm talking about Hollywood, society,
everyone,
society loves a comeback story. And I'm going to tell you something. you're right. In a few years, this might blow over and he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine because the way shit is turning right now, I mean, everybody, at this moment, everybody's not even mad at Will. They're mad at Jada.
Oh yeah, it's really turned up back on her. Yeah.
Jada, it's funny how and I don't even know what's going on. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that comes here and claims to know that everything is happening while what everything is going on in their family's life. I'm gonna try to find this video right here though.
Yeah, it's been blown back on her. Completely.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of weird factors that are coming through, like about, I think it was you guys talking about some of the tweets that like his son was saying. It's like, yeah, that's how we do it. It's
Well,
like,
yeah, we talked about that when it came out.
that
Everybody
boy.
like, you can do a fucking thing.
That kid ain't right.
but I mean, the whole family. It's just a mess.
It's weird.
Yeah, see if I can find this video right here. Maybe I should have had this ready. I don't know if somebody has it, but it's that video where Will Smith asked Jada to.
Is it on the Instagram Live? Is that?
It's on the
one?
Instagram. He's like, my social media presence is my bread and butter. Please stop filming me. Jada was trying to film him for her red table thing on Facebook. So this whole thing of him asking her to stop doing it, he did feel he did look uncomfortable when he asked her to do this.
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness. Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
Don't just start I'm standing in my house.
He's like, shit, I'm at home. I
And
want to deal with
she
this
just
shit.
posted that to her Instagram and stuff.
I think it was live.
I think, I think she was Instagram. It was IG Live, man.
Wow.
And so she was doing it. He was just. There's even a point where he's back there looking like the goddamn Blair Witch Project and shit.
No, he looks super uncomfortable.
Yeah, while she's filming. So now that all of the anger has shifted to Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in the middle of this. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't want to sit up here and say Jada's
That's a toxic whirlpool right there.
People are saying like she's I don't want to sit up here and act like she's some harlot or she's goddamn.
She's an adulterer.
I don't even know what's going on with that because they say that they have.
Man, she's an adulterer. Come on.
They say that
And maybe he is too. But I'm just saying, this is an unhealthy relationship.
But it might be they have an open relationship.
Maybe.
I don't
They
know.
do.
I
don't know.
If they do, then see, this is what I'm talking about. Because I don't want to get into their business. I don't give a what they do. That's their business.
No, at the end of the day, I don't care.
I don't give a what they do. Shit, they can sit as many goddamn red tables as they want to. I don't know what their personal life is, and I don't want to be one of those people saying that she's manipulating his ass like the emperor and shit. Or
Log into my Instagram.
Let the anger flow. Slap the shit out of that mother.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on with them, man. So I ain't gonna sit up here and be all up in that business. I don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah.
I know my mama called like that woman. She driving him crazy, Corey. And I was like, no,
Well, maybe.
maybe I don't know.
Honestly, his tone in that video, all I felt like, man, this feels like a private conversation that he was trying to have with her, and she was like, I'm on Instagram.
I don't have any
Dog in the fight.
I don't want anything to do with that
understand.
part right
I
there
get you.
because that is something where I don't know what their relationship is. People have a tendency to go the direction the wind blows, and that wind is blowing. That hate wind is blowing strong on Jada right now.
It's a tornado.
Jada went from being the poor alopecia victim to that
Uncle
bitch
Fester.
behind the scenes. She went from being the poor alopecia victim to the wicked witch, man. Look,
Yeah, she's even in green and everything. She's dressed up for the occasion.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I'm not getting in the middle of it, but all I know is that people are starting to feel some sympathy. I'm not trying to get slapped away there. People are having more sympathy now for Will Smith. And the thing with that is, I think they've already started kind of playing on those sympathies to like kind of get his career in a better place, do damage control.
Sure.
And doing that damage control is probably going to start paying off in a few years, if not just a few months. Who knows? So he's going to be all right. But the thing is, I don't have a problem with this 10-year ban because first of all, I ain't getting no check or anything behind this. I don't give a what's going to happen because his career is going to be fine, I think. And also, while a lot of people think it's harsh and a lot of people want to cry, well, look how they doing the black man. The thing that pissed me off with this, he went on stage in front of millions of people and slapped another black man. which, as we said in the very beginning of it, just makes us look bad, y'all. I don't care if you think that this is we shouldn't be worried about what other people think or not. It's a bad look, all right? So that 10-year ban, the moment he did that, I was like, man, this guy's he's got millions. He's going to be fine. A few years, we have a tendency to forget all this shit. He can still get nominated. They'll find some kind of way to possibly spin all this into some kind of heroic comeback later.
What will happen?
I don't give a.
This is what's going to happen. At the end of the day, I don't really care. I mean, had they gone even harsher, where it's like he is banned forever, they take away his Oscars, sure, whatever. But you're 100% right, because these people, our society, love a comeback story, and I'm already predicting it. 10 years from now, he'll get nominated for something, he'll win, and they'll give him a standing ovation. It always goes back to standing ovation, and that's what he'll be. He'll be humble about it, and he'll take that trophy. He's like, yes, I've learned. Thank you for forgiving me. That's
he'll probably even making videos. Now that Jada's got in the middle of it, and everybody's looking at her, he'll probably be making videos with Jada even in the room. Jada, no. His nails be painted red. No, Jada, please. Jada, I won't do it no more. I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all, we got in a little entanglement. Get it? It was my wife cheated on me. It's funny now. Yeah, that's what it'll be.
He's just on the list now of all the actors they kind of had a falling out, and eventually they'll have a comeback. Like, remember a few weeks ago, it was Alec Baldwin. Because of that thing on that set. It's totally different, but like he'll make his comeback. And Kevin Spacey, dude, now I imagine Kevin Spacey and Will Smith will make a movie together. And they'll both have their comeback.
I don't think Kevin Spacey come back.
Yeah, grab him by the willy.
God
damn it. God damn it. And it's like, yes, that's my man. That's my man right there.
So that's what it's like to be Chris Rock.
I feel like I gotta shake my head now.
Keep them puns out my studio.
Said no one.
Yeah,
says him.
Keep those puns out my studio.
Okay.
This part you say, I will.
I will.
I'm going to.
I'm going to.
Jeez, man.
Damn dog.
Yeah, she's like, what happened? Dog, what happened? She's like,
are we done hitting people now?
Just shaking. Oh, God.
I've been there.
Yeah, people.
That is the angriest I've ever seen you. That felt so
if I could hit you for real, I would have.
Yeah, you gotta.
But I don't want to be banned from double toasting for 10 years.
No, please.
I don't want to be banned from my own show.
No. Well, Martin and I talked about it, and we were banning Corey. I mean, he could still be here and operate everything. He just won't collect any of the money.
He hit a censored.
He hit a Jew in front of millions of people. Yeah. You know the entertainment business. They don't like that.
The double toasted. We love the Jewish community. Mazel tov, of course. And we welcome Corey back in open arms.
Yeah, I just opened a show. It's sold out.
Corey's converted to Judaism to learn about the community.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, next stream, circumcision. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, man, in closing, people, that slap, it showed how full of shit these people are, man, at the Academy. Because they're always trying to look progressive. They're always trying to look for that latest political case or cause to jump on.
Yeah, bandwagon.
And bandwagon on, while rewarding the shittiest of people out there. Yeah. So yeah, man, that nothing else, that slap just lifted the lid even more on how much bullshit all this is.
Exposes them how spineless they are.
Yeah, exactly, man.
And I'll see you at the next one. They'll prove the point again.
I'll tell you what. Mm-hmm. Tonight I'm gonna be dancing though. My slap after.
Oh shit! Yeah, man.
With your little Oscar.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get jiggy tonight, man.
This won't have any repercussions. It's fine.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
Woo, world
People
peace.
love me.
Peace and love,
People
baby.
love me, boy. Yeah. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.